There was a season where I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I could not hear God. And it was that exact season that taught me the most important lesson I learned tied to that fact. You've probably been there, continually getting on your knees, praying to God, crying out to him for some type of answer, for some type of change to come your way. And you feel like nothing is changing. And in fact, the same thing continues that is actually ailing you. And it all leads up to this terrifying moment where you realize God is not answering anymore. And you think, was he ever even speaking to me? That season felt like forever to me. And if I'm being completely honest, it felt like it almost cost me my faith. The silence that we experience during transition is not what we think it is. In fact, it's a tool often used by God in order to form the actual trust that we lack inside of our hearts. The silence begins to give birth to fear inside of our hearts, and we start to question everything that we once so firmly held on, everything that we firmly believed in and knew God had spoken. And the fact of the matter is that God still shows himself to be true. And in essence, throughout the whole process, through him not answering quite in the way that you expected, but yet showing his power and his might throughout the process anyway, you learn to trust him. You learn that the silence is not the thing that is causing you to feel all of this pain, shame, guilt, and fear, but in fact, it's this belief in yourself that you deserve something. And God removes all of that, making you totally dependent on one factor only: trust. Will you trust me even when I don't speak? Will you trust me even when it doesn't make sense? Will you trust me even when you don't trust your own ears to hear? And even if you choose not to trust, in his goodness and his mercy, he shows up and shows you that he was there from the beginning and that you should have trusted even when you couldn't hear. If you're in a season of transition right now, resist the urge to let fear and panic go into your heart. Instead, sit with it. Sit with the tension of that silence and ask God what he might be trying to say through it. Because I truly believe that in the midst of that silence, there is a message for your heart that will change your life.